Hi everyone, welcome back to Rosemaling with Art of Lisa. I'm Lisa and this is my studio. So I have my normal spiel. So you know this is a channel dedicated to the wonderful art form called Rosemaling, a Norwegian folk art that goes back a couple hundred years. Anyway, I am continuing the canvas painting that I started on Friday. So we are going to do some detailing. So let me bring you down to it right now. Sorry for the rocking and rolling here. All right. Here we go, if you remember this guy. Okay, let's see if I can make it work so you're not shaking all over the place. A little shake. All right. So I'm going to work on detailing this today. Today I am using a JoSonja Sure Touch 1365 script liner, and I have my handy dandy wet palette ready here. I have my warm white with a mix with some raw sienna here. Again, these are acrylic paints. I use JoSonja acrylic paints. So that's all set up. And then I used a mixture that I put together. Here I have my little container. And what I use for a medium is a combination of JoSonja Flow Medium, Retarder, and Clear Glaze Medium. All right, let's get going. All right, I'm sending thoughts and prayers out there for everybody in these crazy times, and please know that I am sending a bubble of safety out to everybody. All right, let's have some peace and quiet and just some detail fun. All right, so I have my liner all set here, and I'm just going to go for it. So I have spoken before. Please remember that I liken this to an airplane. The airplane's coming down for a landing. It's pushing, coming to a stop. Oh, no, I want to take off again. I'm just going to pull it back up. Now, detailing is really about giving your design some life. And some people call it outlining, but I don't necessarily call it outlining because I'm not really outlining everything. Sometimes I don't even go around it. I am simply adding detail to what is there. Okay, I'm going to push this down. Now, I should note, and when I was talking to a friend of mine earlier this week, you know, when I detail, I go kind of quick and kind of looks magical. But remember, if you are trying this at home, go slowly. Take your time with this. And remember that I have been painting this style of art basically since I was, well, I first tried when I was 11, as many of you know, but basically since I was 15. And that is years ago. So I have what you would call muscle memory, and I just have feel for it. So what comes out of my brush is just the natural extension of my hand, my arm, whatever you want to call it. But it's just an easy and normal flow for me. So this is something you want to take your time and practice. And I've mentioned this before, is that if you take a cereal box or something like that and you base coat it in the color or whatever color, and you just have it and you just sit and play with your brush and just get a feel for it. See how it is with twirling it with your fingers and moving it around, and just play with doing little designs. I have to put together some practice sheets for everybody. So that's on my list of things to do. It's funny, even with all this time that I've had at home, I feel like I just can't get to everything. And, you know, with all this time at home, then we're doing projects and we're, you know, I'm helping kids with schoolwork and, you know, all good things, because you know what? Life is good. God is good. everything works for a reason. So we're just going to take it one day at a time here. All right, let's put some nice little dot lines in here. Notice I am trying to pull everything down to my root. All right, so even though these are fantasy flowers, there's not quite what you would see out in nature. Oh, that got a little closer than I like. I don't like that. Can I solve that? Can I fix that before it dries on me? I can. Thank goodness. Got that taken care of. All right, so all I did was take paper towel with some water and I wiped it away very carefully. Acrylics dry very quickly, so if you have something where you're like, oh, that didn't go where I wanted it to go, try to get it off as fast as possible. Now, you can take it off later on, well, not so much on the canvas, but on wood using some rubbing alcohol. That works really well for taking off acrylic paint. All right. So notice I'm not quite following. I have a little empty space in here, so maybe I'll put a teardrop and pull it around. Pull another teardrop around. Another one. I'm just going to pull it so it kind of completes that spot there. Let's come over here. Give these some life. And really what I'm doing is I'm just trying to pull this all together. I have kind of an idea in my mind of where I want to go with this. Again, this comes down to the more you do, the more time you spend working on it. The muscle memory comes with it, and just the feel for what you're doing. Okay. Here we go, and around. And I'm literally, all I'm doing is using the pressure on my brush to get the action in it. Same brush, I can go really thin, really thick, and it's all about that airplane. Now I kind of want to bring this line down a little bit, so I'm going to pull this line down and just let it fade off in there. Isn't that pretty? So, now this is kind of an area where they're all kind of joining together, so maybe I'll just put these nice little curved lines in here so it kind of joins everything together. I'm just going to fade it out and in there. And this way I can even bring some little highlight lines, thinner than what was there before. Oh, look what I did. Boy, I'm sloppy today. Oy, oy, oy. I had a nice glob of paint over there and I put my finger right in it. It's right there. Okay. Clean that up. See? See? Even I have splotches, glitches, whatever you want to call them. And remember, I'm not too worried about it. It's just paint. I'm not going to cry over it, though I have had times where I've cried over my painting. So, true story, my husband has actually come into the room many, many years ago, taken the brush out of my hands, put it down, and told me to get out of the room. But, okay, that's a story, a full story for another day. But I have done that. So, you know, remember, we all start somewhere. We all have frustrations with it. But you want to just enjoy. So I don't often paint a lot of stuff for myself. And sometimes it's just fun to do that. That's why it's nice to take classes and do different things, learn different techniques. And once all this craziness passes, you know, more opportunities will arise to be out there and meet with other people. Till then, we're figuring it out. Okay, let's see. That's pretty. Okay. Now, I didn't want my white to be too bright white, so that's why I toned it down with a little raw sienna. Especially with the black background. You don't want it to be glaring. Okay, let's pull this this up here. And this is a, you know, sometimes I overwork. I put a lot of detail in. I'm trying to keep the feel of the design itself because I kept it simple for the most part. Okay. That's why I want to fade things out a little bit. Let's bring this up around here. Here we go. Bring it around this way. Around. Nice. Round. Here we go. I really like how this looks. Oh, so I hope everyone is doing okay. I really send prayers out, and I pray every day for everybody who is going through such craziness. My prayers out to well, I don't like to get into a lot of things, so just please know that I am sending lots and lots of prayers, and our bubble of safety prayer that we say as a family just applies to everybody. May a bubble of safety wrap around everybody. And I'll probably say that again at the end. All right, let's see. What do you think, everybody? Is this coming along? Let's go some nice little leafy things here. Pull that around. Go with this. Oh, this is fun. I still need to put a flower out there. I was supposed to solve that the other day, but it didn't quite happen. All right. So again, I am pushing my brush down and pulling. Pushing my brush down and pulling. Let me slow my brush down a little bit so you can see. All right, let me know how this angle is. I'm playing with a new angle while you guys are watching. You know, I try to figure out what's the best way for you guys to see how my hand is working. You know, I do little, very fine little twists with my fingers. Again, this is something, you know, like anything in life. If you want to conquer it and do well at it, you just need to take the time and work with it. It's like playing a musical instrument, riding a bike, riding a horse, you know, driving a car, studying a new subject in school. Whatever it may be, it's just literally taking the time and working with it. Now I'm trying to do a little something different because I notice I have a bunch of little dots, so I didn't really want to put dots in that one. Just something interesting. Let's come around this way. All right, let's go here. And now let's do this. I'm just getting these nice little curvy things in here. Oh, I noticed that I'm really kind of missing where my stem line is. So, here we go. And again, notice I'm always pulling the brush towards me. Oh, I went and said that, and what did I do? I pushed the brush away from me. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. And again, if on occasion I push the brush away from me, that is from all those years of practice, that sometimes I foots around a little bit. Okay, let's come over here. Let's get these nice little lines here. Now these are kind of faded out, so I don't want them to be too strong. I want to kind of feel that flow. Oh, I just realized I have somebody, I've got to respond to their email from last week. And if you're watching right now, I apologize. She has done such a beautiful job following along with my Rosemaling. I swear I don't know what I've done with keeping up with my emails. I feel like I'm a little slow. Actually, I am a lot slow right now with keeping up with emails. So I will make sure and do that after I finish this. I'm going to make some dinner and then I'll answer some emails while this loads up as well. All right, let me come around here. Add some here. So please know I'm thinking of you. I apologize. If you contact me and I don't get back to you right away, please don't be insulted. Shoot me another email to remind me. I try to get it back to everybody. Sometimes I miss things on YouTube, like people's messages. Shoot me another message. Shoot me a question. I know somebody else has asked me to do a little bit of a video on cleaning brushes, so I'm going to make sure and do that this week. And I'll include that in Friday's video. Okay. All right, let's see. This, I almost need a little yellow here. Let's pull that this way. All right. And this, we need a little red in here. So I'll just do that little, I always like that little chocolate chip. I push the brush over and then I just kind of do a squiggly line. And that kind of needs it up here too. I'll push the brush over and a squiggly line. What was I going to do over there? It needs a little red, yellow. So let's see. Where's my brush? So I'm going back to my nice big filbert here. And maybe what I want to do is just pull some color in here. Okay, add a little yellow, just a little zhuzh of color. I can even put a little in here. All right. Maybe it's a little touch of white just pulled off. Just to kind of add that. Oh, I like that. All right, that means I need to add a little here. Then you'll just see where you need to add a little bit to tie it together so it flows with it. Maybe a little here. All right. And then, oh, I must be making everybody dizzy. I'm like, sorry about that. And maybe just a little in here. Kind of adds to it. All right, almost there. Again, I have my wet paper towel over here wrapped in plastic wrap, and that keeps my brushes all nice and handy as I work at it here. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have been painting some and want a little critique, a little idea. I'm more than happy to answer. As long as I remember to do so and not get inundated with my email. All right. So, but I am going to take care of that. All right, let's do a little thing here. Oh. What do you think, everybody? I'll pull the camera back a little bit. You do realize my camera is actually my phone, right? Okay. So, again, I hope everybody is well, and I hope you've enjoyed kind of seeing how this piece has come along here. This is a very simple, it's a 12-inch canvas, as I mentioned last week, and I didn't say it this week. Just a very simple canvas, as you can see. But I like the black, and I like being able to pull the colors across. So, I think we've kind of brought this to a completion. Let me just sign my name here. All right. So I hope you enjoyed some time with me today. If this is your first time here, take a moment to subscribe. Here, let me give you a backup view there. If you've been here before, thank you again for coming. I want to just remind you, remember, it's just paint. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed some time with me. May a bubble safety wrap around each and every one of you, and may God bless you all. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.